Hello all you guys out there. In today's video we are going to be going over the 5 most important heavy weapon perks for any new heavy gunner or bloodied heavy gunner or full health heavy gunner. Now I'm going to be going over the 5 most important ones, and then I'm also going to be mentioning some honorable mentions after that and some extra tips. So let's get right into it. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I'm really enjoying this. Thank you for almost 100 subscribers, 97 subscribers. I'm gonna do a giveaway at 100%. I'm gonna do a giveaway at 100 subscribers. So if we can reach that soon, I would really appreciate it. It's my birthday soon, so if you could reach that before my birthday, I would really appreciate it. And thank you all for watching, and let's get right into it. Alright, so on number 5 we have batteries included. Now this will take 3 levels to max out, and as you can see here, it reduces your energy weapon ammo weights by 90%. Now, this is mainly because you're going to be carrying a lot of fusion cores, because when you're in power armor, you're going to burn down fusion cores, pretty decently. So, you really want to be using this perk card, because then they're going to weigh absolutely nothing, and you can carry 100 of them if you want. Now, if you don't have it equipped, you're going to really going to reduce that, carry capacity, because everything in your inventory is just going to be fusion cores. So this is the 5th most important one. Let's get on to number 4. Now on number 4 we have Fireproof. Now this will also take 3 levels to complete, and as you can see here, take 45% less damage from explosions and flame attacks. So this will be reducing all of the fire attacks and explosions that you're gonna get, especially in daily ops. If you're doing your daily ops and you have the enemies where they explode when you kill them, this is going to help you a lot. And usually before I use this card, when I was doing daily ops, and there was decryption, and whenever I would kill the enemies, they would explode. So I would mostly die if I was close, but with this perk card they do absolutely nothing, and I am all good to go. Let's get on to number 3. Now on number 3 we have Dodgy. Now Dodgy, it's very important to become as tanky as possible. Now with Dodgy you are not going to be taking much damage, because avoid 30% of incoming damage at the cost of 30 action points per hit. So every time you get hit, you will spend 30 action points, and you will avoid 30% of that incoming damage. Now this is very useful if there's a crowd of enemies and they're all hitting you. You will actually take a lot less damage. Like, this will really help you. And since you're not going to be using VATS, at least most of the time you won't be using VATS with a heavy build, action points doesn't really matter except for when you're sprinting. So Dodgy is very useful, and I would really recommend it for a heavy build. It's one of the best ones. It's number 3, so it's definitely one of the best ones. This is required to become as tanky as possible. Now let's get on to the 2nd one. Now on number 2 we have Stabilized. Now as you can see here, it will also take 3 levels to complete, and it is in power armor, heavy guns gain excellent accuracy and ignore 45% armor. That means that it will almost make all of your guns be like they have anti-armor, because they will basically ignore 45% of your target's armor, which is going to penetrate their armor very good when you are in power armor. Now also the accuracy, a lot of heavy guns like the minigun, that has excellent accuracy already. So with even better accuracy, you are going to be hitting their heads and their torsos so easily. You're going to be crippling them very easy. So I definitely recommend this. Also for the plasma caster, it can be kind of inaccurate sometimes, but with the sniper barrel on the plasma caster and with this Stabilized perk, you are going to be really hitting all your shots. So Stabilized is definitely one of the most important ones, and that's hence why it's number 2. Now let's get right on to number 1. Now number 1 here is kind of a cheater, because it actually includes 3 perk cards, but I'm just gonna mix them into one. You can see here, your non-explosive heavy guns do 20+% damage. So you are going to be doing 20% more damage with your heavy guns for each of these cards. And you can see here they take 3 levels to max out, as you can see here. 3, 6, 9, so it will take 9 levels in total to get all of these, but it's definitely worth it because you're going to be doing a total of 60% more damage with all of these on. Now, when you see here it says your non-explosive heavy guns, that doesn't mean that your heavy guns with an explosive effect isn't going to compensate from this perk. It's just your missile launchers and your, the Hellfire launcher, I think it's called, they're not going to benefit from this. So it will only be your heavy guns. But if you look here at my heavy gun, I am using a anti-armor explosive Gatling gun. This will benefit from these perk cards, even though it has explosive effect, as you can see here at the top. But it's because it only counts for missile launchers, as I said before. So that is basically probably one of the most important ones. But I want to get on to some honorable mentions that is also required. But I just wanted to include these 5 perk cards as one of the most important ones to become as tanky as possible and do as much damage as possible. So let's get into the other ones that I want to talk about. Now what I also want to talk about is Bloody Mess. As you can see here, 15% bonus damage means enemies may explode into a gory red paste. That means that you have 15% bonus damage, as it says, but when you kill enemies they will explode. Now this can also damage your other foes. So let's say there's a super mutant that you kill and it explodes, and there's a super mutant right next to it. That one will also take damage because the other one exploded. So this is very useful for both bonus damage and for killing multiple foes at the same time. The next honorable mention that I want to go over is the one gun army. Heavy guns gain 12% stagger chance and 12% chance to cripple a limb. This is very useful when fighting the Scorch Beast Queen, because when she lands you want to cripple her legs and wings, so that she can't fly up again, so that you can just farm her while she's on the ground. So this is definitely useful for the queen fight, but it will also be useful in general to just cripple limbs and stagger enemies. So this is a must as well. Now I'm going to go over for 2 damage output ones that it's going to help you a lot. That is Demolition Expert and Adrenaline. Now Demolition Expert, you only want that if you want to do damage with your weapons that has explosive effect or your missile launchers. Now I use this because my anti-armor Gatling gun is explosive, so it will actually do another 60% damage with my explosive effect. So this is also important and is definitely required. Now this will stack with your Master Heavy Gunner, and Expert Heavy Gunner, so you're actually going to do 120% more damage with both of these on. At least that's how I believe it works. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So definitely that if you're running an explosive weapon. If not, you don't need to use it. Then it's basically pointless. But if you're using an explosive weapon, this is definitely required. Then there's also Adrenaline. Now this is a bit more of a complicated one, but when you have this maxed out, you will see you will deal 60% more damage for 30 seconds after you kill a enemy. So let's say I kill a super mutant, I'll get 60% more damage against the next super mutant that I'm gonna kill. Now it refreshes after each kill, so it's basically the same. You will just you'll get up to 60%. So if you kill 6 enemies, you'll get 60% more damage for the next kill. At least that's how I believe it works. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. It's definitely necessary for dealing as much damage as possible. Now the last one that I want to recommend to be as tanky as possible is Lifegiver. Now I would recommend you to max it out, and you can see you gain a total of 45 plus to your maximum health. Now I haven't this maxed out yet, but I will soon. But this will just give you more health. So let's say you're a bloody build and you're on the lowest, you have to be under 20% more. You have to be under 20% health for Nerd Rage to trigger. As you can see here, it is this one. which you need if you're bloodied. I'm not going to talk about it right now. But then if you have more health, you're going to be at around 100 health when you're under 20% health, or sorry, you're going to be around 50 or 60 health when you're under 20% health. So it's definitely going to be useful when you're using bloody, and if you're full health as well, it's also going to be useful. Just going to make you more tanky, have more health. And yeah, that's basically Lifegiver. Now that was it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. I really enjoy making content for you guys, and yeah, it has been very fun so far. Almost at 100 subscribers, so make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you want. And thank you for all the support. See you next time.